sticks, as you Hi guys, welcome to another PTV Productions, and this is the bright red Nexus 5 in the 32 gig variety, and we're looking at the goodness of Google here. So this runs stock Android. Obviously that's the beauty of a Nexus device, and pretty much the difference between this and any other Nexus 5 is that it is bright red. Now some may say it looks actually orange, but you'll see when I unbox it, you can judge this for yourself. So here we go. Let's open the box. Anytime. That's the way up. Alright, so here we go. We're presented with the bright red Nexus. As you can see right there, the bright red comes right through. It actually looks more like orange, and I will stress it does very much look like more like an orange color. So that is pretty much the Nexus 5 in the bright red color. So we're just going to take her out of the box if I can. Here we go. The bright red Nexus. As you can see, it does look very much orange, and it pretty much is in that lighting, as you can see right there. So we're looking at the side there. There's the sides, there's the rear, and here's the back. So it's a Nexus 5 in bright red. What else do we get in the box here? Well, we get pretty much the standard manuals and various other stuff like the SIM ejector and all that sort of stuff. As I can see, I'll just be getting this out here. There we go. Nexus SIM ejector, as well as instructions, as well as a quick guide. So what else do we get in the box? Well, pretty much it's pretty boring, and all we get is a power charger from LG, as well as a micro USB port. So yes, that is pretty much the unboxing of the Nexus 5. Now let's have a look at this in more detail. Hi guys, so this is the Nexus 5 in all its glory. So as you can see, the only difference here we're looking at is pretty much the red in it. So it is bright red. As you can see, the speaker is bright red. You can see that we have the standard stuff there, like our camera and everything else. In the bottom here, we've got the speaker grill, we've got our micro USB and microphone. As you can see around the back here, we've got the Nexus logo, we've got the camera with flash. As you can see on the corner here, the 8 megapixel shooter, and we have the Nexus logo obviously, and LG down the bottom there. As you can see, the bright red section here, and then we got the SIM card tray, which is bright red, as well as the power, and of course the volume up and volume down, which happens to be a ceramic black as well. We have the headphone jack at the top here. We have another noise cancelling microphone at the side there, but as you can see, is pretty much all orange. It's very much orange. In a lot of lighting, it is pretty much orange. I don't know where they get the point light red, but yeah. Anyway, so same sort of thing. The menu item notifications, as you can see, this is all the goodness of KitKat. You can see there's menus items here. If we go in, we can see 4.4.2 comes straight on it. The old KitKat goodness right there, as you can see. We can go straight into the little hidden secret there, and let's go back. If I can get out and take a look at a few other features here. So if we go back home, we can see a few things familiar here. We've got the obviously notification, the multitasking menu. We've got the familiar section here for KitKat on the Nexus 5, which is Google Now. We've got all our icons and everything like that, and unlimited pages, of course. We can pretty much keep going on and on and on. You've got Google Now, so if we say OK Google, it pretty much will show us a little thing that we want to speak. It comes straight out and it's all good pretty much. So we can ask what the weather's going to be like and all that sort of stuff, and it'll give us that type of. So as you can see, this is pretty much how it works here, so it's really cool. There's Fahrenheit, obviously, for our American viewers. That says centigrade. So let's see what else we can do here. So there's your multitasking menu. Obviously, swipe off, swipe down. Pretty much a basic setup here. This is pretty much KitKat. There's your app drawer there. There's a little issue that I think might be addressed in this particular one is when you actually go into the app drawer, and you'll see in a sec, you can see that is a little bit of a bug there. But anyway, this is KitKat pretty much. So we got our Google Play music. We've got all our Google apps actually, and they come straight through like that. But the sheer speed of this particular thing is awesome. There you can add widgets just by holding down, so we can go grab a widget and we can hold down and drag it directly to our particular one. And that's probably a wrong widget to use, but nonetheless, it's a drop and drag process. It's pretty simplified as KitKat was intended, and it does a brilliant job at getting Android the full stock experience. You'll never get any better than a stock Android device like the Nexus devices. It runs very smoothly, as you can see right there. There are a few things here, so we've got other settings as well here, so 2-finger swipe gets you those settings. But very, very much, KitKat is what you see right there. I'm sure you can see there's folders that are pretty much really, really basic but flat design. Now I'll show you a little performance here on the game. So this is Riptide GP2, so I just want to show you what this does. See, as you can see, it actually has hide menu support. There's not many games out there that have it, but most of them are from Gameloft, and most of them are from these type of publishers. And you can see the gaming performance on this, you'll see, is pretty much as good as a Snapdragon 600 or anything like that. So as you can see, I'm just going to go through it, show you a little bit of gameplay. So yeah, I just want to get this to show the splash effects. So I'm just going to crash it. There we go. As you can see, there's those ripple effects down there like you get on Tegra devices. It's handling it pretty well, as you can see right there. Actually, I'll do a bigger and better crash. One that really shows the performance and physics. Here we go. This will crash it. There we go. Look at that. Very good. Very smooth. So let's test the camera. Now this is brilliant. The camera is really fast this time round. From what I can see, on any Android device is very fast. So you tap to focus and you pretty much just hit it. Now that had HDR plus on, so let's try it without it and I'll show you how fast this thing goes. Ready? Look at that. Very fast. That's the stuff you want to see. Yep, so as I said, it's tap to focus, and it obviously has a very good range of settings there, but we want to look at HDR plus because HDR plus actually corrects the color issues that the camera actually has when it takes a photo. As you'll probably see in some of the photos that I've taken, the tap to zoom is brilliant. That actually does a very good job. I have to admit, it's actually very intuitive from any camera I've ever used. And it's also very fast. So that is tap to focus, and there's all tap to zoom. There's many settings there. Obviously, if you scroll up, you get more settings. But there are your basic settings, pretty much. More options, contrast, and then you got your menu items in the bottom here, which will give you video and your photosphere and your panorama settings and all that sort of stuff. So pretty standard, pretty simplified. It'll get you decent photos, I suppose, for a phone. It depends on what you really want out of a phone, and this definitely does do the job, I'll tell you that. The camera is decent enough. And if you want burst photos, then you have to get third-party applications out there. But yes, this is the Nexus 5 in its bright red form. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.